Did you know Richard Branson nearly lost his entire company betting on an airline without owning a single plane? It sounds unbelievable, but this is the true story of how one of the world's most daring entrepreneurs risked everything he had, all for a shot at changing the skies forever. That's right, the founder of Virgin Group jumped into aviation with nothing but guts and a daredevil spirit. He wasn't an airline executive, he wasn't a pilot, he was a music mogul with a wild dream and a taste for adventure. Most people would have played it safe, but Branson was never one to follow the crowd. Picture this. It's 1984, and Branson's music label, Virgin Records, is crushing it. He's already made a name for himself, signing legendary acts and shaking up the music industry. But for Branson, success in one field just wasn't enough. He was itching for something bigger, something that would push him to the edge. Then, fate intervenes. A canceled flight leaves him stranded in Puerto Rico. Most people would have grumbled and waited, not Branson. He spots an opportunity, charters a plane, and sells seats to other stranded passengers. In that moment, the idea for Virgin Atlantic is born, out of pure improvisation and a refusal to accept defeat. But it wasn't all smooth skies. Branson had zero aviation experience. The big guys, British Airways, laughed him off. Banks refused loans. Everyone thought he was out of his mind. The airline industry was notorious for crushing newcomers, and the odds were stacked against him from day one. But Branson, he loved the risk. He mortgaged his beloved Virgin Records just to lease his first jumbo jet. That's some serious skin in the game. Imagine putting your entire life's work on the line for a single, untested idea. For Branson, it was all or nothing. The first flight? It was a gamble. If Virgin Atlantic flopped, Branson would lose everything. But he doubled down on service, offering free ice cream, seatback TVs, and a rock and roll vibe no other airline had. He wanted flying to feel exciting, not just a chore. He believed that if you made people smile, they'd come back for more. Passengers loved it. Word spread. Suddenly, the underdog was a hit. Virgin Atlantic became the talk of the town, and people started to believe that maybe, just maybe, Branson's crazy gamble could actually work. British Airways didn't take kindly to this newcomer stealing their thunder. They played dirty, spying, poaching customers, even hacking Virgin's data. The competition was fierce, and the stakes were higher than ever. Branson found himself in a real-life David versus Goliath battle, fighting not just for his airline, but for his reputation and his future. Branson fought back, taking them to court and winning millions. It was a landmark victory, not just for Virgin, but for every underdog who's ever been told they can't compete with the giants. That win gave Branson the resources and the confidence to keep pushing forward. He used that cash to expand. New routes, new planes, new risks. Virgin Atlantic started flying to more destinations, challenging the old guard at every turn. Branson's vision was clear: make air travel fun, affordable, and unforgettable. What made Branson different? He saw business as an adventure. He bet on himself and on people loving a rebellious, fun airline. He built a team that shared his passion, and together they created a brand that stood for boldness, creativity, and a little bit of mischief. He crashed, burned, rebuilt, and kept rolling the dice. Every setback was just another challenge to overcome. Branson's journey was filled with failures, but he never let them stop him. Instead, he learned, adapted, and came back stronger each time. Today, Virgin isn't just an airline. It's a global empire. Music, hotels, telecom, even space travel. Branson's willingness to take risks and break the rules has turned Virgin into a brand recognized around the world, touching nearly every corner of modern life. All because one entrepreneur gambled everything on a wild idea and refused to back down. Branson's story is proof that sometimes the biggest rewards come to those who dare to dream and dare to act. So if you're dreaming big, remember, sometimes it takes risking it all to change the game. The next time you're faced with a tough decision, think of Branson and ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid to fail? If you found this story inspiring, hit that subscribe button for more tales of bold moves and business legends. Who knows, the next great adventure could be yours.